karma strikes it.
It's all that's left of the...
Welcome back, and this is my second part of the review. I just realized at the end of the first one I hadn't put enough content in, and I missed a few things, so I'm sorry to make you watch another video. But this one is a bit more, well, how would I say, better, in the way that it is kind of helping with getting an achievement for Pay Your Respect for the Dead in Act 4, Chapter 1, but that's completely irrelevant to the review. I missed out on a few things. The few things I missed out on were graphics and sound. Alright, so going to graphics, this is a huge improvement over 1 and 2's whole constant one color palette of grayscale and in number 1 and then poop in number 2. In this one there's far more color with, well gee, how hard would it be to explain color? It's got color. See, there's red on that wall. Not blood red, like real red. Anyone will notice saying, wow, this game has color in it. It's got blues, it's got reds, it's got greens. It's quite a vast improvement, and it's quite beautiful to look at. Sometimes you could just stop during the middle of the game just to look at the scenery. Detail, attention to detail is improved just a tiny bit more, barely noticeable from Gears of War 2, but you can still tell the difference. That's for sure. See, you got my example there. Just looking at everything. Oh man. Right. Sorry. Anywho, what was I gonna say next? You see, I'm a horrible reviewer. I can't think for shit. It takes me like 2 hours to write a review. But then again, it's like, for me, it's like 18 minutes to make an improvised review. Going off on sounds, a lot of the sounds still use the stock sounds from Gears 1 and 2 for certain weapons, but certain things have improved, e.g. the sounds online, ambient noise, that's for one. It's much easier to hear. You can hear the locusts, you can hear the lambent, you can hear the sounds that they make when they're getting hit, or when they're walking along, or when they reload. It's really an immersive experience that Epic has given us, and it's definitely raises the bar quite a bit. And some people are gonna say this is a generic game just because of herder manly space marines shooting aliens. Yes, maybe that's a shallow way to explain the series, but it really does bring a lot to the table that certain other shooters should respect and, you know, maybe follow up on that. Anywho, that's not part of the review, that's just me dragging on. Part of the sounds would be the soundtrack. I cannot absolutely forget the soundtrack. The soundtrack is just brilliant. Steve Jablonski composed the second one, and then he came back to do the third one again. The most notable time when the music had the biggest effect was in the final act, when you're going to, spoilers alert, to find your father at the island of Azura, and you're going through the hotel, and the music, Gears Keep Turning, plays as you're going through the hallway to his room. That was amazing in every right. It was just absolutely brilliant. The music really draws out the experience and immerses you even more in the gameplay and the story that Gears of War tells you. And last but not least, it's characters. We've seen the new addition of a few characters, as seen with Sam and Jace and Bernie. Of course, Bernie doesn't get to be in the game for too long. She's only there at Anvil Gate for one chapter. But still pretty damn awesome. People loved her. She's like 50 years old, but pretty badass. What else do we have? In characters, characters like, you know, Baird, Cole, they still have their same zany sayings that they say. That in chapter 3 of Act 1, we learned that Baird has a sort of a sarcastic relationship with the character Sam, who has an Australian voice actor, which is quite brilliant. I like to see a bit of voice actor variety in Gears, but they have no Asians. They've got the Hispanics and the blacks, but no Asians yet. I don't know why. Maybe Sierra just really hated them. Who knows? Anywho, voice acting is still as good as it was from Gears 1 and Gears 2. They've poked a few references during dialogue conversations, as seen with Carmine. I won't release any spoilers here, but Coltrane, at one part of the game, says, "At least we have air support this time," which is a running joke from Gears 1. Well, I thought that was quite neat and funny. But, that's probably the best I can do for the review, because there's not really much bad to say about it. I won't say the one bad thing, like, I can't really say the one piece of music that was used in it, Mad World, during a certain part of the campaign. Can't really comment on that because that wasn't written by Steve Jablonsky for the game. It was written back a while ago. I can't really take a look at it now, but it wasn't written for the game, but it was used in the Gears 1 trailer, and it has significance to that certain scene, the song's meaning, of course. So as you can see, I just got through that without touching any of the Ash people. You'll see the achievement pop up sooner or later. The game has a good load of Easter eggs. There's been about 3 confirmed. There's one coming up here. They're talking about the 2-piece. It's basically lampooning the newer players and their inability to learn how to melee and then shoot, as seen. Watch. See? Hopelessness. Anywho, thank you. If you did watch my first review video, thank you for coming here and watching the second one, because the first one wasn't entirely complete, but as we all know, it's me. I'm a horrible reviewer. But thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest.
Need to see the chief.
Okay, but only 'cause it's gonna be fun watching him kick 7 shades of shit out you, you little weasel.
You are hopeless.
I guess I'll have to stick.
You know, I think I heard of Griffin. People used to say he's badass with a hate for the Coalition.
Maybe you cog aren't all bad. Take what you need.